All right, empty classroom again, meaning long trip in Tesla. For those who don't know me, I own an electric car, Tesla Model 3, 220 miles to the charge. Now I own a Model Y, and it gets about 300 miles to the charge. But my whole idea of doing these videos is to prove to people that you can travel long distances. We're talking thousands of miles. I've been to the Badlands, been to Yellowstone, been to Grand Canyon, and it's taken me over 4,000 miles in some of these scenarios. So now this trip, I'm going to go to the Grand Tetons and stop at certain places like Arches National Park and, of course, the College Softball World Series in Oklahoma City. So this will be my trip this time to prove to people that you can take long distance trips in an electric car and be enjoyable. I also try to travel as cheap as I possibly can because, of course, the battery and electric is about less than half the price of gas. And I like to stay in my car and sleep. It's very comfy, very comfortable, and I save money by doing it. I go to KOAs or campsites or even sleep in truck stops, all right, for free. So this is my whole journey, and we'll see how cheap I can do this trip. I was going to go to Boston with my wife. Things happened so that we can't go out east. So I'm going to go out west one more time by myself. I'm going to go to, first off, I'll go ahead and leave tomorrow morning, pretty early, probably 5 o'clock, 5:30, and I will get to the Field of Dreams movie site. It'll take me about 8.5 hours to get there. I'll stay there for probably about 2 hours, and then I'll leave and I'll go to spend about another 5 hours to Omaha, Nebraska, and spend the night there. It's going to be kind of sketchy because this is the first time I'm going to be spending the night. Actually, second time. I always spend the night at the truck stop. And then I'm going to drive to almost the Grand Tetons, really close to it, probably around Cheyenne, and I'll spend the night there at another truck stop. So those are 2 free overnighters for me. Again, a little sketchy, but my wife and I made blackout shades for the car so I can easily sleep in my new car. I got a Model Y now. I used to have a Model 3. Now I have a Model Y. The Model 3 I used to have gets about probably 210 miles to the charge. This one gets over 305 and really gets probably 275 with climate and weather conditions and stuff. So I'm anxious to see how this is going to go. I usually had to stop every 2 hours, less than 2 hours or 2 hours to charge up. Now I'm going to go about a little over 3 hours until I need to charge up. So being an old guy like me, I might have to stop a little more often, but we should be able to get there a little sooner. So wake up next morning, drive another probably about 8 hours and go to the Grand Tetons. And then I'll get a campsite there. The campsite is fairly cheap. It's about $70 for the Grand Tetons. I'll have electricity. I'll have a picnic table, fire pit, and it says I need bear spray because there's a ton of bears in that area. So I'll stay there for 2 days, and after that I wake up and I'll leave and I'll go to the Arches National Park, which is south of the Grand Tetons, about 8 hours, and I will stay there for probably 1 day, and then I'll leave and I'll go to my wife's brother's and in Kansas, stay with him and spend the night there, and then wake up and go to Oklahoma City to see the College World Series Game 2. And then I'll wake up the next morning and I'll come back here. It's one of the longest trips I've had. It's probably gonna be 9 days, maybe 8 to 9 days, and hopefully it'll go smoothly. Always a little anxious about it because I'll be gone so long. I think this is gonna be one of the longest trips that I've had. This is over 4,000 miles. I'll be in the car for 71 hours. Hopefully everything goes smoothly, great. I do have my whole car packed, and we'll see how things go. And I'll take you on the trip, and hopefully you'll see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we'll see. I did forget to mention, I'm going to try to do this as cheap as possible. I got a birthday gift of $100, and I'm going to try to spend only $100 throughout this whole time period. So I did pack my car with food. I did already buy the tickets. I already bought the reservations for the campsites and the hotels. So barring all that, I'm going to try to only spend $100. So we'll see if I can get that done. So we'll see. All right, 6 o'clock in the morning, ready to get us started on the day. You'll see our food is in the front. All packed in the front. And then, I got my blankets, test mat, pillows, all in here, ready to go. Couldn't forget the cord to charge. Tennis shoes, everything else. Looks like we're ready. And first stop is going to be Field of Dreams. You can see I'm a little tired. I got to wake up, get my little Java juice. Self-driving, drives itself, don't touch the wheel, knows where to go. I want to change lanes, I just go to turn signal, changes lanes for me, and looks for me. Kind of nice. And it shows me where my first stop is. See, my first stop's about 3 hours away. Tell me to pay attention. Stop is going to be in Chicago. Here's the problem I have is I don't want to go to Chicago. I want to go around that garbage. So I'm going to try to stop at a Supercharging before then. And hopefully I'll be able to do that because I want to avoid Chicago's traffic. Well, I'll tell you what, having a long range is good and bad. Bad because, man, you're in the car forever. I have to use the restroom, plugging in right now. And we got Meyer here. It's way over there. So I got a little walking to do. Boy, I gotta use the restroom. Well, you know how I was gonna spend $100. Well, I already spent some of that money. I had to get deodorant and a Monster drink, and I forgot to bring that beforehand. So, spent some of that $100 already. Kind of nice. I'm in Maryville, Illinois, which is the suburb of Chicago. So I actually made it to Chicago on one charge. Now, I did have to call my wife and ask her if I left the charge ports so I can charge at KOAs. So I hope I have them in my trunk here. Let's find out. Okay, I got the charging cables. I'm looking for the charging bags. This isn't a good sign at all. Oh, thank you, Lord. Here we go. Right there it is. That's the bag we're looking for. We got it. So we're okay. All right. Now we can take a deep breath and know we can charge at RVs and tent stations. So, all right. I want to get to the Field of Dreams. So we'll go to Field of Dreams. You'll see I can get there in one charge. The only issue is when I get there, I'll have only 12%. And there's no superchargers. If you look at all the superchargers, there's no superchargers around Field of Dreams. The closest one is right here just before I get to the Field of Dreams. So what I'll do is I'll probably go to that place, Dubec, Illinois, I think it's called. I'll go ahead and end my trip. I'll go like this, and I'll find Dubec to make sure I can get to there, because that's going to allow me to charge up 100%. So when I'm at the Field of Dreams, I don't have to go rushing. I know I'm at 100%, and I can basically find another supercharger on the way to, of course, Lincoln, Nebraska. So right here, it's going to take me almost 4 hours to get there. Can't believe I'm going to do this on one charge. It looks like I'll get there with 18%. So that's pretty good. You can tell they don't have a lot of Teslas in the town of Dubuque, Iowa, because this is actually a 30-minute general parking also. So unique. This is absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh, I bet you get this a lot.
Yeah, a little bit.
Look at that, that is amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It is 10:30 at night. I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska. Made it to my stop. I traveled over 900 miles, 4 stops. Spent about a little under $70. I'm at a parking lot, as you see. Went over to Walmart and asked them if I could sleep in their parking lot. They said no, but you can sleep in Sam's. So that's why I'm over here in Sam's parking lot. I got my blackouts on. I want to sleep inside, watch a little TV, hopefully get a good night's sleep. We'll see. And then we'll wake up tomorrow morning ready to rock and roll and continue to head over to Grand Tetons. We will see. I'm sleeping in the Sam's Club with blackout shades my wife made for me. They're working very, very well. I don't want to knock on the door in the middle of the night. That'd be a little creepy. But I did charge my car up to about 74%. So I have the air conditioner on. It's nice and cool in here. We'll find out tomorrow morning how much percentage it has lost. They say about 1% an hour. So we'll see if that works. Supercharger's right across the street if I do get low. But no knock in the window in the middle of the night. And I hope I have a good night's sleep. We'll find out tomorrow morning. Oh, slept pretty good. Got to sleep probably, took about a half hour to get to sleep. Just all the sounds and everything. Got used to it. Woke up about 3:30. Used the facilities out there. And then got back to sleep around 4. And it's about 6:30 now. You can see up in the roof. It's cloudy, overcast today. Okay, it's gonna rain. But you can see a little better shot of the blackouts that I have. I want to see what the percentage is. Okay, we got 69%. 69% left. We had 75%. So about 5 or 6%. That was it all night, and I had that thing at 67 to 65 up and down kind of last night. So that's pretty good. So okay, wake up to this. This is my backyard, I guess. This is what my bed looked like last night. Now I got to get my toiletries and brush those teethers and get things situated in that store right there using your restroom. Take off my blackout shades. Use them tomorrow night. Walking over to Hy-Vee to use the restroom and facilities like showers and stuff. They don't have showers there. They have sinks, and I will shave and get all freshened up for today's 12 to 13 hour ride. So we'll see. Thank you, Hy-Vee, for a great overnight stop. Cost of overnight stop, $0. That is where I slept last night. I went across the street. I'm not getting a charge. And I'll be off for 12 hours of wonderful driving today. At least I'm refreshed. The wonderful Hotel Hy-Vee. What's on the agenda today? Well, travel. It's going to be boring, so in a blink of an eye, you'll see me at the middle of the United States. Yes, I'll be traveling throughout the middle, boring United States. So I will not bore you with that. So hopefully I'll be being quick here, and I'll be in the middle of the United States. So this is what we'll be doing today. We'll leave Lincoln, and we'll go through Nebraska, all the way into Wyoming. Hopefully we'll end in about Cheyenne. That's it. Tell you what, being in Nebraska, people are just so laid back. It's a dollar fresh market. I'm going to eat my breakfast and enjoy the Nebraska scenery, I guess. I actually stopped in Cheyenne, Wyoming to pet buffalo, feed buffalo, see this, I guess it's called Terry's Buffalo Ranch, and it was pretty cool. Going now up to the Grand Tetons after this charge in Cheyenne. Well, I made it to Cheyenne, and I continue to drive through, so I'll probably drive just before the Supercharger to get to the Grand Tetons. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be probably a 4-hour drive from that Supercharger to the Tetons, and that'll be tomorrow morning. So sunny here. All right, made it on the last Supercharger until I get to Jackson Hole, which is right next to the Grand Tetons. So I'll spend the night here tonight, You'll see it's a little strip mall. And I'll wake up tomorrow morning and I'll get to my campsite. And then hopefully I'll get a little bit of Grand Teton looking around, I guess. Alright. Alright, made it on the last Supercharger until I get to Jackson Hole, which is right next to the Grand Tetons. So I'll spend the night here tonight. You'll see it's a little strip mall. And I'll wake up tomorrow morning and I'll get to my campsite. And then hopefully I'll get a little bit of Grand Teton looking around, I guess. Alright. Alright, charging up here all the way to 100%. I got about a little over probably 320 hour trip. I think it's close even maybe to 4 to get to the Grand Tetons from here. So I got to charge my long distance, long range Model Y up to 100%. We will see the Grand Tetons for the next 2 days. Get to my campsite today. Quick shout out to my daughter, youngest daughter, who's going to Honduras today. Sorry I couldn't see you off. Be safe, be good, do God's will. And then also shout out to all the senior grad parties I'm missing. Callie, Kaya, Roger, and Alicia. So hopefully you guys understand. Things hopefully will go well. And we'll see how the day goes. So far we got beautiful weather. We'll see. All right, I had to get a quick video of this. How childish is this? Come on, sumo wrestler. Yeah, I had to do it. Arrived here about 11:30. There's the Supercharger stations at Jackson Hole. I actually can have regular cars parked here for 30 minutes. You'll see the sign right there. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to sit in my car and figure out what I'm going to accomplish today. I think I will probably visit Jackson Hole and some close areas around here. So hopefully we can get it done. So we're going to charge up to 100% and we'll check into the campsite probably this evening sometime. Well, I just got to my campsite. Here's my charging. Hopefully it works. This is my home for the next 2 days. Here's my grill. I'm gonna try to start a fire with sticks. I guess this is my play area I'm gonna do nothing with. There's my food area. There's my picnic table and there's my bed. So what's nice is right through this path right here, you can barely see a little house area, kind of. That right there is the restrooms. So I can use the restrooms then, close by. So here we go. All right, we're gonna see if I can get a charge here. Got my charge cord, but I can't use this end. I have to use an adapter. So I don't think I can use this. Let's check that. All right, here we go. Let's check it out and see. Okay, no power, but it might be an on switch. On switch. Whew. All right. Let's see here. We got green, we got green, we got green. All right, I'm finishing up my 5th peanut butter and jelly sandwich of the trip. Really cheap and good. Saw these two trees, perfect for a hammock. See if I can use my rope tying to be able to get this hammock up. I think we're going to do a moving knot. I can get the hammock out of here. First hike. I'm already tired. It's a 3-mile one. I am out of shape. I need to get back in shape. But I'm all by myself. Nobody's around. And yes, Diane, my bear spray's in my bag. But let's call a spade a spade. If he's gonna come get me, it's like I'm gonna get it out of the bag and unhook it and all that kind of stuff. Don't think so. All right, halfway through the hike. This ain't no joke. It's like uphill over and over again. All right, for the last 15 minutes, I haven't seen a soul. I think I'm the only one here. I found something there. Finally made it. Big rock. Top of the rock. Whew. That's supposed to be 1.5 miles. It's a hard 1.5 miles. Sleep on this hammock. Feels good. Tomorrow, wake up real early, go to Schubacher's landing and see the sunrise, and then go to Mormon Row. It's when the sun's in the early stages and it sheds off this cabin really nice. Take some pictures there, then go to Jenny Lake and spend the rest of the day there. I guess we're going to take a boat over, and then we will hike and then take the boat back. So hike again. And then tomorrow I'll try to start a fire with sticks. Hope I'm not too sore. Good night. Hiking up to Hidden Falls ain't no joke. A nice elevation. Can't really see people, but if we get a little closer, you can see him walking right there. That's where I'm gonna go, I guess.
Okay, just got done seeing Hidden Falls. It was gorgeous, worth it. Now I decided to go up to Inspiration Point, which is going to be a little more challenge here.
Got an early start to the day, kinda, I guess, 6:30 in the morning. Just got done with Grand Tetons Park, left the park site, and now I'm headed to Arches National Park. I have a 4-hour drive until my first Supercharger station. I never drove 4 hours in this vehicle at one charge, so that's going to be nice. And then I have another 5 hours to drive, and there's a supercharger in between there, so it'll be total about 9 hours, a little over 9, but a little rainy, overcast day. Hopefully it doesn't affect my efficiency. So slept pretty good last night though, and all day driving. Here we go.
Well, I'm in Evereston, Utah. Somewhere in the desert, and it's what, 57 degrees and about 30-mile-an-hour winds. So I just ate lunch, and next stop, I think it's going to be another supercharger until we get to Moab, Utah. So we're still traveling. On my last stop until Moab, Utah, you'll see the landscaping has changed a lot. Look at the background. A lot of mountains, a lot more desert. All of a sudden it's 80 degrees. So just turned just like that. It's been a long trip. So getting there soon. All right, day 4. Broke down and got some fast food, part of my $100. I'm down to like $68 now, so we'll see if I continue to keep it up. Well, I had a sweatshirt on and sweatpants, now I got tank top and shorts. I got to the RV place and checked in, changed, saw where my site is, so might as well charge up. It's only 4 o'clock and I'm going to go to the Arches National Park, and you see them in the background, a lot different. I'd like to eat restaurant up there, a little hill there, but everything is basically desert, and you got this oasis in the desert. So we'll see how Arches National Park is in a little bit here. I'm going to charge up to close to 80-90%, and then what's really nice is the campsite is about 2 miles down the road from the supercharger. The supercharger is about 2 or 3 miles from Arches National Park. It looked like a lot of people are going in there though, so I hope it's not too crowded. So we'll see what it's like today. So we'll see in a little bit.
you guys can barely see my campsite, but there's my car. I got a nice little overhang here if I want it. And then I got myself here. Did a lot today. Visited everything I need to visit. Went to Arches National Park. Saw the sights. Basically, it's my heaven. I love the desert. Just might as well sit me in the desert and do my thing. And I'd be content. That's my heaven. Tomorrow, we'll wake up early. We'll be going off to Kansas to visit my wife's brother, and another long day of driving. So I miss my grandkids, Gatlin and Coda, and my kids, Carla and Sierra, and of course my wife. I'll see you guys soon. Off to Kansas tomorrow. Well, I purposely slept in today, just because I really don't have anything to do besides the College World Series. It starts at 7, doors open I think at 5:30, and then we'll get after it. I'm planning on going to the Hall of Fame probably a little bit before that, around 4. So I got till 4 o'clock to do something. So we'll see what I can find to do here in Oklahoma City. It's about 11 o'clock right now, or about 10. And get some breakfast and putz around until the game. So we'll see how it goes. Well, we got some time to kill. Where's the guy who has his master's in biology go? Skeleton's Museum of Osteology. Right there. Let's go have some fun. All right, since I have a little time to spend waiting for the game tonight, starting at 7, but I get to get in there around 5, going to Cattleman's Steakhouse, which is a steakhouse that Guy Fieri on DD&D did a little special on, and also Adam Richman on Man vs. Food did a special on. I guess their steaks are absolutely amazing. After that, I'll charge up and then go to the Women's College Softball Hall of Fame, and then of course to Game 2 of the World Series, Texas versus Oklahoma. Wow, that was great. Tell you what, Cattleman's Steakhouse really did well. You can tell you've been to a special place sometimes when you leave, and every single part of the food was amazing. Service was great. The steak was marinated overnight, and I don't even think they sell probably steak sauce because you don't need it. So very impressed with Cattleman's Steakhouse. Understand why Man vs. Food was here, and also dive-ins, and drives, dive-ins, and dives was here also with Guy Fieri. So really great area so far. Now we're going to be off to the College Softball Hall of Fame. Oh boy, I'm full. I gotta take a nap. Wow, what a trip. That's all I can say. I'm back. I left May 30th, 31st, and got back June 7th. I'd say probably in the morning. Can't remember now, but it's a lot of traveling. Over almost 5,000 miles. I think it was like 4,007 or 4,800 miles I traveled all the way there. And of course I traveled around the area and came back. I spent traveling, I was really surprised. I spent just about $300 on charging traveling. That's pretty impressive. The reason why is because I stayed at RV places, and that was free charging. I stayed at 3 of them, 3 overnight stays there, and 1 night at my brother-in-law's house. So all those were free charges. Had some Tesla destination chargers too, which is free, but really good rates, and it was really nice to travel almost 5,000 miles and underneath $300. I had about 250 minutes of charging on my trip. I can't remember how many stops I had to charge. I think it was much less than my Model 3. I think to get there, it was about 7 stops to charge, and to come back, it was about 7. So I'd say this is under 15 stops total to charge. I spent total about $750. That's to go to the Grand Tetons, to hike, to see the Arches National Park, Field of Dreams, everything but the College World Series. I won't tell you how much I had to spend for that ticket, but that was a lot. But well worth it. So that's including food. I did spend all my $100 and more, a little bit more. Of course, souvenirs are going to cost of that also. For hotel fees and RV places, it was about $350. So $350 for 8 days. That wasn't too bad. The reason why is I spent the night at, of course, parking lots and my brother-in-law's and places that just didn't cost any money. So total cost was about $750. Again, not including the World Series ticket, but it was $750, a little over $700. It was like 740 something. So not too bad of a trip out west. Next year, my wife said she will go with me to the East Coast. That's her stomping grounds by Philly. We're probably going to take up hopefully Boston, Maine. We said that last year, but we'll see if that happens this year. But overall, again, it was much nicer in the long range because I didn't have to stop more often, but I wanted to stop more often too, just because you chunk away a little bit more and it feels like you're gathering more time. I felt like I was driving longer, of course, because I was, and it was a little more boring because I wasn't stopping as much, but I was getting there faster. So it's a catch-22. Plus, I'm old and I need to use the restroom more often. So it is what it is. So overall, you can travel long distances in electric vehicles. It can be comfortable and it's very affordable. So next time I'll see you probably in Maine of some sort, hopefully in the East Coast, and everything will be going well. We'll see.